heavy,
bored.
Even that, we do something like The Great Gatsby. We think something like The Great Gatsby would get published today, or would it get passed over by the geniuses that know the market so well?
Honestly, I don't know. For this one, I don't know.
I would say no.
I mean, well, I think for some obvious reasons.
And I mean right now, I don't mean, I don't mean like 5 years ago or 10 years ago or, whatever, the 90s. I mean literally right now, and literally the most censorship that I've ever lived through in my life, where, like, I do not think that a book like this would get published. I mean, so speaking of authors, genres that are just completely vapid, like there's just nothing taking the place. I'm a huge Vonnegut guy. There's nobody writing like that. There's nobody filling that void of like the men that like Vonnegut kind of thing. And, Vonnegut wrote mostly for men, and so, okay, I get that, right? It's a more narrow market than like everybody type thing, but like, yeah, I wish somebody would be writing like that. I wish, but again, like maybe they are. They're just not getting published in the mainstream areas. You're not getting in the main magazines. You're not getting in the major presses. You have to go to independent, small presses that can't get books into Amazon and can't get books into the local stores and stuff like that because they just don't have the resources, time, staff. We're letting it happen. And everybody listening to this, if you are letting this happen, if you are letting literature be destroyed, I'm just so sick of it. Like, do something. Try to not let it happen. Like, if you have any position, agent, editor, publisher, if you're just a fucking intern at the publishing house, like, do what you can to try and make this thing cool again. Try and make it, like, culturally relevant. And stop, like, making yourself irrelevant and losing money. I don't know what is going on, but... And if you look at the movies that are being made of books, the big bestsellers get movies. In the last 5-6 years, the big bestsellers, of course, get movies made. Where the Crawdad sings, these type of thing, right? They get movies made. But even then, like, most of the movies, even most of the crime movies and things like that are being made are being based off of books written 50, 60 years ago, because the publishing is just not filling this market that people were willing to spend money on. Crime novels, the kind of stuff. And those tend to be a little bit more masculine. They don't always tend to be, but those types of things. It's like incredible. Like, I was seeing that, like, the Coen brothers are doing a Ross MacDonald novel. That's their next project. They're doing a Zebra Striped Hearse, which is one of my favorite Ross MacDonald books. That book was published in the fucking 60s, dude. Like, that book was published like 60 years ago, and like, we have no crime novels that can fill that or even come close to that now to make a movie of. It's incredible. And I think it just shows how terrible, like, where the industry is. We're in a culture.
Inner.
Resources. American resources.
Being bored?
Some activities are intentional, right?
It shows such a lack of gratitude for life. Bored. I aspire to boredom, I should say.
Bored. Heavy.
I am heavy.
Bored.
Has you the night sweats and the day sweats, pal? Pal, I do.